He is a former professor of chemistry and director of research at Milind College of Science, Aurangabad, an institution founded by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar himself. He is ordained as a Buddhist monk in Thailand in 2011. Uh, Bante Ananda has dedicated his life to spreading the Dhamma with a deep foundation in both science and spirituality. He's also known for lectures on Dhamma, meditation, and the intersection of Buddhism and science. Bante has delivered lectures across the globe, including the USA, UK, Germany, Japan, and several countries in Asia. So we are truly fortunate to have him with us today, speaking on a topic that's close to our hearts, that is the relevance of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in the modern era with changing human values. So let us warmly welcome Bhante Ananta.
Should I start?
Yes, sir, you can start. Yes, sir.
All right. Bhagwan Buddha, Param Pujya Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and all my dearest Buddhist Upasak, Upasika, my brothers and sisters, friends, the small kids who have been very great at explaining their experiments and all. I was very happy after a long time. I could see a boy speaking that too in American accents, so wonderful. And I'm grateful to Dr. Vivek Chauhan and then Chauhan Tai and the whole group of Vihara. I'm grateful to you all for inviting me here. I'm so very grateful to a friend of mine, Engineer Somkar from Nagpur. Of course, he's in Bombay now, ONGC. He's the chairman of Buddhist people there, and also a big engineer. He introduced me to Dr. Chauhan, Vivek Chauhan. And I could see Chauhan Tai also. Is she, what is her relation with Dr. Chauhan Tai?
Vandami Bante, Trivar Vandan to you, Bante.
Okay.
I'm his wife, Bante.
You're doing a marvelous work, huh? You and your husband doing marvelous work. Of course, the whole team, and I'm so happy.
Sadhwad,
I'm really very happy. And now I would start my speech. I'm given a topic by Dr. Vivek, the relevance of Dr. Ambedkar in the modern era with changing human values. I did this changing human values, I wanted to, actually he had given me a topic, changing democratic values. Then I went on thinking around, then I again thought of Dr. Chauhan was right, and there's no difference between changing human values and changing democratic values. It's the same thing, as I understand. And when I speak, you would understand also the same thing. Both the topics are the same, like. So, first of all, best wishes to you all of Dr. Ambedkar, Babasaheb Ambedkar Jayanti, the 135th birth anniversary, the Jayanti of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Best wishes to you all. And I'm very, very fortunate that you have invited me on this 135th birth anniversary of Babasaheb Ambedkar. Thank you very much, Dr. Vivek Tai, and all others. I think there are about 20 participants. And I would like to know from Dr. Vivek, who are there from the scientific background and from the arts background, so that I could, I could get onto science partially, and also whatever I have been given subject on. So may I know how many are science students there and how many
so
students amongst?
Yeah, Vandami Bante. So most of these attendees are engineers and doctors in healthcare, social sciences. So most of them are well learned attendees on the call today.
So wonderful. I'm very
Yeah,
grateful to you for giving me this information.
yes,
So I'll be very free then while talking to you.
yes, Bante.
And yeah, because that's my feeling, because I come from the background of science. When I was 16 years old, I came to Millian College of Science. How many of you know Millian College of Science, Aurangabad, founded by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar? Dr. Vivek, you can tell me on behalf of all of them.
Yeah.
How many?
Most of us would know about Millian College in Aurangabad because it's a legacy that Baba Sahib has given to our community.
Right.
So I think
Yeah,
most of
yeah.
us are aware about it.
So wonderful. So when I was 16, I came to Babasaheb Ambedkar's College, Millian College of Science, without ticket because I did not have money. And our parents were very poor. I mean, in those days, like I understand, you people are also maybe having the background of the same kind, maybe not. But yes, in my case, and there were many students from Vidarbha only coming to this area, to Aurangabad, like Bhandara, Chandrapur, Nagpur, then Amravati, Akola, and then Buldhana. And then, of course, most of them were very, very poor. Like I said, I was a poor boy, but I was very strong about Baba Sahib Ambedkar. My mother was a captain of Samta Sainik Dal, right? And she taught me Baba Sahib Ambedkar when I was 5 years old. And I knew Baba Sahib. When I was 7 years old, I started reading Dr. Baba Sahib, about Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar in the books. Yeah, I mean, I could say that. Not at a higher level when I came to Millian College of Science. Then I started reading Baba Sahib at higher level. And I met Varjikar Sahib, one who was brought by Baba Sahib Ambedkar to Millian College Library. And I became his friend because I was most of the time sitting in the library. And he loved me so much. And then he used to tell us the story of Baba Sahib Ambedkar, how he used to sit in the library for 21 hours. You can't believe that. But yes, he did that for us. And we all know it. I shouldn't be so elaborative on that. But yes, all the students were coming from different areas, from poor families. I was amongst them, one. And then, of course, I did my BSc honors in chemistry. And then I went to MSc to do MSc. I did MSc in inorganic chemistry. But when I was doing my education, I was also a teacher in one of the schools. 1 minute, please hold. One of the schools, and that was Holy Cross English. And I was introduced by one of the sisters there. Of course, one Buddhist man introduced me to that sister, and then I then went on studying MSc in chemistry, inorganic, and then after MSc, I thought this is very strange. Huh? Then I come to my lecture topic. This I'm giving you because this is very important also for me to tell you. And then I did my master's in organic, and then I went to Millian College to just see some professors and principal. Then principal asked me, "Did you pass your MSc?" I said, "Yes." So which class? I said, second class. So show me your certificate. By chance, I had my mark memo with me. I showed it. And then he told me, no. Before that, I said, if I don't pass, if I don't, if I don't, it's very strange. Huh? I said, if I don't pass, and if I pass my MSc, then if I don't get service in Millian College of Science within 3 days, then I would become a monk. That was on my mind. Huh? That's very important to tell you. And then what happened was, I told principal, look, this is my mark sheet. He saw, and then he said, come tomorrow. And then I went to the college, and he saw my marks me. I said, come tomorrow. And then I went to his office next day. Yeah, he gave me a paper. And then he asked me, write an application, this. And he said, I said, sir, what am I writing for? He said, no, just write. Don't ask me a question. And then I wrote he asked me to write an application. And then he said, subject for the post of chemistry, lecturer in chemistry. I was shocked. And he just asked me, go on writing. And he said, I would be very happy if I'm given chance in my own college, founded by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, to serve in chemistry as a lecturer. I did that. Huh? And he said, give me your application. He said, come tomorrow. And I went about 10:15 in the college. And he took me to the hall. I didn't know anything what I was to do. And then he asked me in the class, write down equation, Einsteinian equation. So I wrote E is equal to mc square on the blackboard. And then there were students looking at me, and the principal said, look, from today he would be your teacher. He would be a lecturer in chemistry. And that was all that. I was shocked. So instead of becoming a monk at that time, I became a lecturer. I was shocked because I was thinking to be a monk if I don't get a job in College of Science. And so then I thought of my next plan was, after my retirement, I'll become a monk. And I did become a monk. Now I'm a monk. And my ordination was done by American monk, Bhante Yogavachara Rahula, a very famous monk. When he came in 1974, I'm sorry I'm giving this story because this is very relevant story. And this would be associated with whatever I have been given by Dr. Vivek. So that's why this story is. But then now I stop here. Maybe when you ask me the question, I would go on to that. Look now, the relevance of Dr. Ambedkar in modern era with changing human values. And then I had Dr. Vivek also, because it comes the same, with changing democratic values. Now, changing human values. The human values and democratic values are the same. That's what I mean to say. And then Babasaheb, when he writes Indian Constitution, he brings in all the Buddha and his Dhamma. I have written one paper on that, and the name of the paper is Dr. Ambedkar's The Dhamma of the Buddha and the Making of Indian Constitution. This paper, of course, I read somewhere else abroad, but this I have because as a reference I might sometimes get on that. So first of all, human values are based on liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice, as you all know. You are all learned people. And then let me tell you, my friends, these values, these democratic values and human values are the values. They are evolving always. They are changing always. And there I can let you know now what the Buddha said, everything is impermanent, anitya, anatma, and dukkha. All that. Huh? But here I would be, when I talk about changing values, that means anitya. Everything is anitya. Everything would go on changing as the human mind goes on changing. So everything goes on changing. Okay, you can go into our past, see what way we were something very different people. After Buddhism, after 1956, we are totally changed people. Look, you all are abroad, and I could listen to that Anway so wonderfully. He did his own experiment. He was speaking like a scientist, and my sister was a laboratory and was explaining whatever was given by him. And he was asked questions. He answered it so well. And he was speaking like a scientist. I was so happy to know that you are producing scientists. You are producing Babasaheb Ambedkars. You are looking after them. You are creating Babasaheb spirit in them and the Buddha spirit in them. And that is how you are working on the line of Babasaheb Ambedkar. So these values you are teaching to your children now, which we could not, but of course we were also being taught by the professors who were appointed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar in Indian College of Science. And then they taught us so wonderful things. And therefore, you would wonder when I selected my topic for my PhD, I selected a topic. You would wonder, that was in '85. I selected a topic. Of course, I was teaching at the college, but part time I was whole night working in the laboratory and working on the topic. The topic was human brain chemistry, human brain biochemistry rather, during meditation. And this topic was very, very relevant at that time because of, I was always thinking about Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Buddha, or Buddhist people. And whenever I used to go to the blackboard, I used to start speaking on Jai. Of course, every professor used to go to the college saying Jai Bhim. All the professors used to say Jai Bhim. And all the students used to say Jai Bhim. Nothing beyond Jai Bhim. And then, of course, Buddha Vandana, Dhamma Vandana, Sangha Vandana, whenever there was celebrations of any kind or any function. In 1974, I met an American monk whose name was, of course, he came as a hippie, and I was studying in Panchakki. Why am I telling you all these stories? Because how the values are changing with us, with me, and then of course I go on further also. I do not know how many minutes should I speak. If you tell me speak 1 minute, then I only would say Jai Bhim, and then the time is up. So how many minutes should I speak, Mr. Vivek, Dr. Vivek?
You have 45 minutes to speak, Bhante, and thereafter we'll have questions and answer session from
How
the
many
audience.
minutes should I speak now? Then I would go and jump onto directly.
You can go on. You have time up to 30 minutes, Bhante, right now.
I'm grateful to you.
Yeah.
But then let me finish that PhD topic, why I went to do that. And then one professor who was, of course, a Maratha man, whose children I was teaching, going to his place. I was teaching at that time Vice Chancellor children. The Vice Chancellor was not then. And then this Professor Pawar had come from Texas. He had done his PhD there and he had come to biochemistry department as a head. And because I was teaching his children, I thought of this problem, meditation and all, which was taught by Bhante Rahula to me. Of course, he then had come to Aurangabad in 1974. I met him. He was in Panchakki meditating, and I was studying under the tree in Panchakki, if you know Panchakki in Aurangabad. And then Muslim people came to me and said, he is sitting in mosque and meditating. He's a Buddhist man. So please ask him because it's our namaz time. And then I went, tapped on his lap, and then looked at me, and I said, no, look here, these people have come for the prayer. So please kindly get up. He looked at me and silently got up. He came out, and then the first question that he asked me was, are you a Buddhist? I said, yes, I'm a Buddhist. And he was looking like a hippie, because he was a hippie then, that time. I said, are you a Buddhist? He said, recently I became a Buddhist. I was in Tibet. I learned meditation there. And then he showed me, can I sleep in that mosque tomorrow, whole night? That is a Maqbara, Devika Maqbara in Aurangabad. I said, no, you can't sleep there. But since you are a Buddhist, I can take you to my room. I was a student then doing my BSc second year. Then I took him to my room. I got him food. ज्वारी की भाकरी, जवार की मैं रोटियां बनाया, फिर बेसन बनाया और उनको खिलाया. और वो 2 रोटियां खाई और बेसन पूरा खाया, 2 रोटियां भी खाया. फिर तब तक वो मेरे इधर देखा भी नहीं उन्होंने. He did not see, looked at me. And then he looked at me after he has eaten all that food. And then he said, now you eat. I said, there is nothing now. I had only that much in the room then. He said, why did you do that? You should have told me. We are Americans. We don't bother about people. Once given means we know that things are with you. I said, no, don't worry. I'm very happy. You are you have food and all now. Then in the evening, he taught me meditation. And then after he taught me meditation, I taught him Dr. Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And then I requested him, there is Professor Pavare, a principal who was from Varda. And I went to the principal and I said, sir, this man would like to be a monk in Sri Lanka. I taught him about Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Can he give lecture on Baba Sahib Ambedkar in Buddhism? And then he gave lecture on Baba Sahib in Buddhism next day in Millen College of Science. We became then permanent friends. And every year, when he was coming to Millen College of Science, he used to come every year to see me and asking me only one question, when are you going to become a monk? I said, let me finish, let me finish my studies, this, that, or I used to say. Then I got married once, and then he came again by chance that year. He said, now my mother was with me. He said, why don't you become a monk? My mother said to him, tell him that you got married now. And then I told him I'm married. Why did you get married? Why did you wanted to become a monk? And my mother told him, look, Marathi sanga mane, Dada. She told me, my name was different then. Tell him that you are now married, you cannot become a monk. And then I'm coming to the end because I would like to speak on the topic, the topic. And then when he came next in 2006, my mother died. And then he asked me, where is your mother? By that time, my wife also had died. And then my mother, told me, no, she died. He asked me, where is your mother? I said, she's no more now. And then he was so happy. Can you imagine? When I said my mother is no more, this Bante Rahula, the Joseph, his name was first. Now he is Bante Rahula, Yogavachara. He said, your mother died? I said, yes, Bante, she died. I was so sorrowful. Your mother died? 3 times she asked me. I said, yes, Bante. I'm very unhappy. Oh, no, you should be very happy now. Come on, become a monk. And then next year, he took me, in 1995, he took me to Bhavana Society in Virginia, and he made me a Shramanera, 1995. But then I had to come back because I was there for 1 month. I was, of course, a lecturer in Indian College of Science, continuing all my studies and research further. Okay, now I come to my topic. मला क्षमा करा सगळ्यांनी मराठीत एक शब्द बोलतो बरं मुझे सब के सब लोग आप माफ कर दो this was very important because this is how Baba Sahib changed us, and this is how Baba Sahib changed our values, changed our minds. And when I read his Buddha and his Dhamma, what Baba Sahib said? Baba Sahib said what the Buddha said. Mind is everything. It creates everything. It is everything. And by mind we change. By mind we are everything. So now by mind only we change our values. Now Bante has given you a very nice speech, and that speaks the same thing, how you change your mind when you do moral duty, when you do moral things, when you do punya kammas. And then Baba Sahib says in Buddha and his Dhamma, says, in Buddhism there is no God, there is no soul, there is no Atma. Okay? Everything is Anitya. And he says the place of a God in Buddhism has been taken by morality. So morality is everything. If your mind is moral, so you become, you can be enlightened. Of course, then you have to follow all those Panchashila, Ashtashila, or when you become a monk, 10 Shilas, all that. And of course, then you have to also follow Ashtanga Marga, that means Eightfold Path. Then also 10 Paramitas, these 10 perfections. If you go like that, on that, you go on changing your values. And your values become human values. You are changing, you are on the path of the Dhamma. You are on the path of enlightenment. You are on the path of democracy. And that's why while writing the Constitution of India, Baba Sahib took everything from Buddha and Dhamma. And in his last speech, that was, I think, 26 November 1949, you must be thinking that I have taken these values from French Revolution. But no, I have taken these values from my teacher, the Buddha. The value, liberty, equality, fraternity, justice. All these values I have taken from my teacher, the Buddha. And he has, he has organized, he has written constitution in such a way where you find, what do you find there? You find fundamental rights, directive principles, human rights. Such a great brain. I mean, you can't imagine. That is why I must be grateful to Dr. Vivek Chauhan that he gave me such a wonderful subject. Had there been no Baba Sahib, where had we been then? Now I could see you are in America. You're making your children scientists. You're making your children, like Baba said. You're so lucky. But send them sometimes to here also, to Maharashtra or to India when they become big. Well, now, of course, it is very easy now to talk to you online, or intelligent AI would do much better than what you could think. Tomorrow, maybe we would create a Buddha robotics, and a Buddha robot would do, you know what? Whatever Baba Sahib thought and written in Constitution, the Buddha robot would do. Your artificial intelligence or quantum physics or quantum chemistry of your brain would be totally changed and would be aligned with the very philosophy of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar and of the Buddha. So that's what you are going to be tomorrow. And you are very lucky. It's only the Buddhist people of India could think like this. Now, when you, I don't know, you have been watching India on TV nowadays. Look at what is happening in India. You would be shocked to see things happening in India. They are going back 3,000 years. And we Buddhists coming up. And it's all because of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. This is the relevance of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar in today's era. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, as we said often, and the scientists also from abroad, they are working on Buddha. You know what are they working on? You all are scientists, physicists, chemists, or doctors, you know all this. Now there is last 2022 Nobel Prize have gone to 3 people. You know that their name. You can go into Google and find out. I forget their names, or I know, of course, but I won't be able to clarify all of them. Now, whatever the Buddha in those days thought of a certain, certain phenomena, which they call today entanglement. Now, my electron of the brain here is connected to the electron or photon anywhere in the universe. That's what it comes in one of the gathas. Bhante will tell you which gatha. All right? And now, because of this entanglement, because our mind is associated with the conscious mind up there in the cosmos. So that they have got Nobel Prize for that. So quantum entanglement, they say it. And now people are working like Roger Penrose is working on Buddhist consciousness and quantum physics. And then Henry Stapp is working on Buddhist consciousness, Buddha. There are so many scientists working on Buddha, Buddhist consciousness, higher consciousness, quantumness, entanglement. This is, why are we knowing all this? Why am I talking to you all this? These are the changing values with us, which Baba Sahib created with us through Buddha. And let me come back now to, again, where are the values being changed? Nowadays, everywhere. See, it's a technology. So what kind of technology now we have? You are in America, you are very highly exposed people. When I was listening to that boy, Anway, I was shocked to see a small boy talking his own experiment with battery, and my sister was telling, what is there in the battery, the energy? And this boy, explains and modifies his thinking and also answers things, and also, at this small age. And so this is what the changing values are with technology. We have technology today of digital technology, what we call 0-1, okay, or 0 or 1. All that is happening today. Why are we here? Why am I'm in India, in Aurangabad. You are there in North America. Is that Chicago you are in? Wherever you are, right. And we are speaking, you can see me, I can see you, we are talking to each other. This technology is changing our values. But at the same time, values are of two kinds, the positive values and negative values. If you go positively with technology, you would create welfare for all beings in the world. You will be like Buddha working, you will be like Baba Sahib working. This is the role of Dr. Ambedkar through technology. And in those days, in British time, when Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar was a minister of Minister of, I'm sorry, he was a labor minister. At that time, he was thinking about technology when people were not, they were not accepting it. But Baba Sahib was the one who was telling them, this technology we should bring in. We should all, he was talking about navigation. He was talking about rivers. He was talking about space. He was talking about industry. He was talking about, welfare of women. That's why the Hindu Code Bill, and people did not know that. Because he was exposed and he had a very wonderful, bright mind that the Buddha had. And that's why after Buddha, because Buddha was the first scientist which we people know today. And then after Buddha, Baba Sahib Ambedkar is the greatest scientist I could ever see. But we must find out what scientific things he has done. Once we go into, then we know him very well. And then we can know the relevance of Dr. Ambedkar in democracy today. That means knowing the human values, may it be fundamental rights, may it be, as I said to you, human rights, and then many other things. Now, next point, how we change our mind with globalization. Now, in globalization, people have become very interactive. Now, look at this. Look at your parents there at home, and you are in now America. You are connected to me, to your parents, to your ecology, to your forest, to your home, to your people in your village. And then we are now interacting with global people, various people, different people with different values, people with different culture, people with different minds, people with different, you can go on thinking. And then, because of the interaction and exchange of thoughts and minds, we exchange of culture also. And because of the culture, we become the amalgamation of so many things, and you can evolve there for yourself and your children to their level, or maybe to the next level, which they could not have thought of. And that's what is going to happen. Then let's talk about, when we talk about change, human value changes or democratic value changes, then we talk about social and political change. Now, where the world is today, there are negative things like war is going on. I sometimes see and sometimes what sometimes. I would love to see most of the times TV. You know why? I want that the violence should stop from from Russia and Ukraine. Where are we going? Where are the people going? And for what? So that's why Buddha says, do not go onto the values, creating, don't go behind greed, hatred, and delusion. So, because you are guided by greed, hatred, and delusion, you are in war today. You are in violence today. And therefore, what we need today is Dr. Ambedkar. This is the relevance of Dr. Ambedkar. What we need today, therefore, is Buddha. That is the relevance of today. And what we need today is democracy, democratic values, liberty, equality, fraternity, justice, all that. And then correlate with the lives, the positive life and the negative life. Okay? Then we also talk about economic and social changes, factors. Now you see where the world is today. You see the world is at a very different level. It's very different level because of technology at very different level. You can't imagine where we could go. If you go negatively, you would be no more. I mean, we will have third world war then if you go negatively. But if you are peaceful, positive, like Baba said and Buddha, then you will be a real human being and would be working for the welfare of not only humans, but for all. That's what the Buddha was. That's what the Baba said is. That's what his relevance is today. Okay? Then, social justice, equality. Now see, yes, we speak about equality in India, but I don't think No, it's still not there, as I understand. I was listening to yesterday on TV, and there was one Buddhist boy from Chandrapur, I think. He was not Chandrapur, Nagpur, I believe. He is in Oxford, and he was talking about whenever the people from India visit me or I visit them or in university, when we discuss few things, they first of all ask me, "Oh, you are a very staunch Ambedkarite. Which caste you are?" Can you imagine where are we? And that is why Baba Sahib once said, wherever these people, Indians, would go, they would take their caste with them. And then the caste would mar them. So forget caste. If you forget caste, they are unified. You are dignified. Then you are real Ambedkarites. Then they are real whatever they would be. And you know that. We all were Buddhist once upon a time. All were Buddhist. Why do we forget our history? And therefore Baba Sahib said, one who forgets history cannot create history. See, and why are you up there? Why are you advancing? You people, Buddhist people, from Maharashtra or from anywhere from India, you are going very fast, very well. Positive mind, enlightened mind, probably. Mind of, a compassionate mind. There you are. There you are, and you are guiding people there. They love you. They respect you. And why do they respect you? It is because he means Baba Sahib Ambedkar. So we are. Had Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar been not there, we wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been on the screen. Neither you would have been on screen. So that is what the relevance of Baba Sahib Ambedkar is. Now and tomorrow also would be. Then, in short, present era is characterized by dynamic interplay of mind, matter, and energy. Now, I'm speaking in scientific language, and I'm sure you would be happy to understand me because you're all scientists, most of you. And otherwise, even if you are not scientists, you are to the great height of understanding because you are taught in the American school. This kind of thing now. You speak in terms of energy. You speak in terms of consciousness. You speak in terms of quantumness. You speak in terms of quantum, everything quantum. So that is why we are influenced by today social, technological, and cultural forces. Also now, here comes Dr. Ambedkar once again. His important role here is in making democracy and Buddhism. He brought Buddhism in democracy, and actually, Baba Sahib was very smart, the smartest of all. He brought total Buddhism in Constitution of India, total Buddhism. Even the symbols, he brought in all the symbols of the Buddha and his Dhamma. He brought in the Constitution of India. And now I would speak about some articles which might elevate your mind to see Baba Sahib Ambedkar with your own mind and with a focused mind as to how he was such a great thinker and a being scientist. Now, let me tell you about Article 51A, that is C. It upholds and protects the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. And same thing you carry on wherever you are. Then, very important thing, Baba Sahib Ambedkar brings in Indian Constitution, Article 51A H, that develops scientific temper and the spirit of inquiry and reformation or transformation of society. And we find that in Kalam Tutta. To the Kalamas, when the Buddha says, look, the Kalamas. And then I don't go into that because you might have heard about Kalamas, Kalam Sutta and all. Or maybe Bante might have told you this. It was Kalamas, Kalamas Buddha says, his final, he says, be logical, be reason-based. And if you don't want to accept me, don't. He was the first man in the world who said, I'm not God, I'm not a son of God, not even a prophet. And he said, I'm a human being like you, but my mind is different. But you can become like me. once you are enlightened. And he shows the path of enlightenment, which Baba Sahib Ambedkar gave us. That is where Dr. Baba Sahib today has been accepted in the whole world as, as, as a spirit of Lord Buddha, as a spirit of the Buddha, as a teacher who is teaching Buddhism to the whole world, and not in an orthodoxical way. Buddhism has also been taught in an orthodoxical manner, which is not Dhamma also. That is why in Buddha is Dhamma, Baba Sahib, right? Dhamma, Adhamma, and Sabdhamma. That is how we categorize Buddhism. And there you know how the things are going changing there, how the values change. When you are in Adhamma, your values are different. You are Dhamma, your values are different. You are a different human. But when you are following Sadhamma, you are at a very high level. Then you become enlightened also. Okay? So that's how the role of Dr. Ambedkar today is relevant, not only today. He would be like Buddha tomorrow. Of course, he is now, but he would all the time, would be like Buddha all the time. Whatever has been said would be accepted by people because that is really scientific. That is really, enlightened mind would think of like this. And when it comes from enlightened mind, it comes up with that compassion, with that bright mind, with that, what to say, you know better than me probably. You can think of Baba Sahib that way. So, the Buddha's teaching of impermanence, Dr. Ambedkar, and he talks about that. Then he talks about Eightfold Path. But how wonderful Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar was. He was very sharp. He did not let people know what he was doing, how he was bringing Buddhism in. So let me tell you now, you would be happy, and of course you might be knowing also. Baba Sahib Ambedkar brought Eightfold Path, means Samyak Wave, then that is right view, right intention, right speech, right action, and all that Eightfold Path. And he brought them in article, right view. This is being explained in Article 19(1) of India, Indian Constitution. Right to speech and expression, and right to life and personal liberty, Article 21. Then next full path, the second full path, right intention. This is covered in Articles 14, 19, and 21. I'll go very short now. Then Eightfold Path, third, right speech. Article 19 covers this, and of course others too. Right action. Right actions has been covered in articles like 19 and 21. And then comes right livelihood, which is no trading of weapons, living beings, meat, liquor, and poisons. All that has been covered in right livelihood. Then comes right efforts. This means following and observing fundamental rights, and then duties, and of course many more things, as you know. I will be short because I'm becoming very lengthy. I'm sorry. Yeah? So if you take the seventh one, right concentration, and when he speaks here, Baba Sahib brings in right concentration with mindful working in the, you would understand how we work mindfully for everything in the Constitution of India. And then right mindfulness or right samadhi. Here he speaks about higher values in Constitution, which I would not be able to speak to you here, but you may better understand it because you know better than this. I mean, coming to the last now, this is what Dr. Ambedkar has done in writing democratic constitution and implementing the principles of the Dhamma, rather Sadhamma, and abiding by the values that will take humankind in the direction shown by Dr. Ambedkar, which is shown by the Lord Buddha, the Buddha. And Dr. Ambedkar was therefore known as Bodhisattva. Finally, now, I I'm very grateful to you for inviting me. If I have spoken anything wrong, or I know I have gone at length, I'm sorry, but I wanted to do that. I was energized by the battery the boy had created, and my sister was telling me, so sister, I had my food very much. My battery is full of energy. My mind is full of energy because of Baba Sahib is another form of energy which is in my mind. Still higher form of energy is Buddha in my mind, like in your mind too. I'm grateful to you all, first of all, because Dr. Vivek Chauhan and then the whole group of the Vihara. I'm grateful to you all and thank you for patiently listening to me. I'm sorry I have taken much of your time. You should forgive me for all that. Jai Bhim to you. Namo Buddhaya to you all. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante, for sharing this your inspiring story, how you became a monk, and how you explained how Buddha's and Dr. Ambedkar's value are still important today, especially when it comes to the equality, justice, and how we treat each other. So, like your words remind us to focus on being kind and to fair for everyone. So, thank you so much for your talk. Now, if anyone have any question, so you can ask, raise your hand, or like you can type in the chat box.
You know,
Any
Vivek,
questions?
there is Vivek, and then coming AANA. So I'm reading it as Vivek Anna. Hello. Okay, that's for fun, please.
Yeah, Bante,
Any question?
Bante Bandami, thank you. This is Vivek here. So yeah, it was a great talk, Bante, and you have spoken pretty high about, including all your the scientific principles, in the teaching in the today's time, and how this is relevant, with the changing time, the use of technology by adding the principles of what Dr. Ambedkar has given to us in the Constitution of India, and how our new generation is changing with the time, with the importance of the education. So that's great, Bante. Thank you very much for joining. And I think let's invite the members, on the in the attendance, whether they have any questions. Please do raise your hand. Ask any questions. Definitely, it would help. And the time that Banteji has given, on speaking on the topics. So while Banteji, I'm just wanted to ask you the one questions. While other members are thinking about it. I'll take this opportunity, if I may. Can you highlight with the timings today that you are in back home? This community, we know we are in America here. Is the community taking the advantage of these principles and make and making it and bringing it to the use to develop the communities?
Yeah. See, you're very lucky to be there. You are exposed to higher technology. You are exposed to higher kind of people. You are exposed to caste minus people or race minus people. So that is why you are very lucky. And that's why you would grow with you would evolve yourself with the thinking of Baba Sahib Ambedkar and the Buddha to a very high level quickly, and you would be masters in your field, and you would be a teacher to the world tomorrow. Your children also, as I can understand. If you can speak louder, I would be able to happy. Of course, my ears are okay, but your mic is slow.
I'm sorry, but let me see if I have enough audio. Yeah, maybe my internal microphone maybe is not great. Are you able to hear me
Okay.
when I speak?
Okay, that's okay. Did you get the answer?
Yes, Bhante, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
Asmita, please go ahead. You can lead the session.
I had a question, if it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
So,
show me your face, the one who asked the question, for a while, and then you can mute?
Yeah. Can you enable my video, please? I just requested for video. The host has to enable it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Ask the host. Just for a minute, and then I know who is speaking to me.
Yeah, let me change the setting little bit. For security reasons, we kind of usually have a little bit. Okay, you can start. Go ahead.
Okay, let me start my video. Jai Bhim. I had a question.
That's perfect. Yeah, I'm happy. When I see your face, I know who is talking to me. You're a bright, nice boy. Are you an engineer or a doctor?
I'm an engineer, sir. Bante.
That's what I said. You're an engineer. Okay. No, that's for fun, huh? Don't go by my madness.
No, it's all. We are all. We're all very grateful that you shared all your thoughts. Bante, I had a question. Bante, I'm always thinking about how do I help my family, friends, society, especially who are there in villages. It's very hard because their life is based on agriculture. It's based on education, which is very primary. And I'm trying to, and I'm limited on resources, but I'm trying to uplift them. Your journey is so inspiring. Do you have any practical suggestions on how I can, or all of us can get Baba Sahib and Buddha in their day-to-day life, not just through rituals or vandanas, or through really understanding it. Any thought there in terms of they have day-to-day struggles which are very hard, and then going them and talking about Buddhist principles. They understand it, but it's very hard for them to accept it because the day-to-day challenges just catch up to them, Bhante. So any practical suggestions, Bhante, there?
Practical suggestion. First of all, of course you must be having, have a copy of Buddha and his Dhamma written
Buddha
by
and
Dr.
Dhamma,
Ambedkar.
yes, I have it.
And teach all the monks. If I don't teach all the monks, ask them to read Buddha and his Dhamma.
Okay.
Because hardly monks know Buddha and his Dhamma. Mostly the foreigners from Sri Lanka, from Taiwan, from any country. If they come from Taiwan or any country, say, they are Mahayanists mostly. They go by rituals. Even people from Sri Lanka, even our Buddhist people who go from Maharashtra, they go there and take training. They don't think of Baba Sahib. They don't know Baba Sahib. They go for rituals. So ask them to read Baba Sahib. Ask them to teach you Baba Sahib. And then whatever. And there in Baba Sahib, Buddha and his Dhamma, published by People's Religion Society, Marathi, this thing volume, 1987 publication, page number 270. Or Taiwanese have published it free. They market it free. They given the book Buddha and his Dhamma. This comes on page number 270 in English. He said, what many people go to the Buddha and they get confused. They go to the Buddha and tell, Lord, we get confused. One monk come from this direction, the other monk from this direction, they come from this. And they tell us that they are your students, but they tell us different Dhamma. So how are to understand this is your, how we to understand this is your teaching? Then the Buddha says, my teaching is, Baba Sahib Ambedkar has written on page number 1771, right? He says, my teaching is, if this is logical, reason-based, that is my teaching. The second, my teaching is, if it is in the welfare of you and welfare of others, that is my teaching. And the third, which I have experienced, but I cannot tell you, which you don't need because that would not nullify your suffering. Don't go by that. Okay? Whatever was important for you to nullify your suffering, I have told you. That is my suffering. And that is why, Jataka stories, this, that. That is no, Baba Sahib has not accepted that. Okay. So please ask, even if it is me, ask me a question, Bante, did you read Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's Buddha and Dhamma? Did you read what is Adhamma? Did you read what is Dhamma? Did you read what is Sad Dhamma? All that you should ask, even if it is me. Then should ask final question. Do you know these three conditions of the teaching of the Buddha? If he cannot tell, maybe anyone, maybe me or my father or any monk, don't follow him. Because Buddha says it to the Kalamas, don't follow me also if it is not good for you, if it is not for the well-being of you all. That's what the teaching of the Buddha is. Even in volume number 4, page number 151, writing and speeches of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. You know, we are being taught God, this, that, these words, you know, all those words come, and we are still Hinduistic, not you people, but in villages, you know, they don't know all this. Baba Sahib told that in that volume, on that page, he said, people, those who were following the Dhamma were known as gods. The kings were known as gods because they were following the Dhamma. The Ranis, I mean the queens were known as Devata because they were following the Dhamma. And you, if you follow Dhamma, you are also a god. And that is why when you go to village, काय देव माणूस आहे म्हणतो. तो त्याने त्याला दवाखान्यात केलं. काय देव माणूस आहे त्याने त्याला मदत केली. काय देव माणूस आहे त्या आजी पडली होती तिला उचललं. That is Dhamma. Okay, yes. Sorry, yeah. Hopefully no, I answer. If you ask me equation, I can talk in equations.
No, this is excellent. This is very practical.
Okay, thank you.
Sadhu.
I know quantum mechanics, if you can ask. Yeah, please, girl.
Vinita, please. You raise your hand. Go ahead, Vinita.
Hello. Am I audible enough?
You are audible, but not seeable.
Okay. Yes.
That's good. Thank you. Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim. Vandami Bhanteji. Your Dhammadeshna was really amazing today, and I guess it is
tell me you're a science student or arts?
I'm a science student. I'm doing plant genetics.
If you are and if you are not, wonderful. But you are a science student, I'll be very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing my PhD from Germany. Plant genetics, it is basically.
Then I have a question to you, right? Before I ask you a question. Work on plant consciousness. Because my first paper was invited, plant consciousness. That plant has consciousness. Plant has consciousness. Buddha was the first to tell this. Then it was second, Jagdish Chandra Bose was second man to say this. And I was the third man to say this. Then I was picked up by Royal Society of Chemistry. In 1999, I was invited on that paper because I worked on plant chemistry and consciousness. And that I did because of Baba Sahib. No, please speak. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's remarkable the way you speak, and really we need a Bhante like you, if I say, who is showing the enthusiasm of Baba Sahib. So my question is, Bhanteji, I'm in Germany doing my PhD over here, but sometimes I get confused that whether I want to stay over here for my bright future, because obviously I'll get other good education, a good job, a good money, and then somehow I can contribute to my society. But then I think about Baba Sahib when he sent few students to abroad to go and study.
Right.
And then they came back and then they were asking, what should I do, Baba Sahib? So Baba Sahib has written one book, Mujhe padhe likhe logon ne dhoka diya hai. So sometimes I feel that, can I really contribute enough when I'm in abroad rather than when I'm back in the country? That I'm really struggling a lot, because then I feel it's not just about money. It's not just about having a good life in abroad. What about my brother and sister who are there in country and I cannot like directly connect to it because I'm somewhere not connected to my roots, right? So
please, no, a very good question. I'm very proud of you. Be connected to your roots. How can you be connected? Do your PhD there, okay? Get a job there. Come every 3 months into your village and see which boy is doing what from your community. Maybe I have got money also because I get pension. That is all Baba Sahib's money. When you want, take it from me and go. That's what I can do from here. The same thing you can do from there. Okay? You all are doing good work from there, you know. So come to your village, come to your parents, see what they are doing, ask them ask the children, ask your kith and kin and people to go to the good school. If they don't have money, give them money and come back again. First, do your PhD. After your PhD, this question would be relevant after PhD. And then come on to your village frequently. Come on to your, which part of India you are in? You are from?
I'm from Madhya Pradesh, Jabalpur.
Oh, okay. Which place? Chandrapur.
Jabalpur. I'm from Madhya Pradesh,
Jabalpur.
MP. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're from Jabalpur. Come to Jabalpur. Okay? Go to, where are you? Munich or Berlin?
Bonn.
Where are you?
Bonn.
Oh, Bonn, very good country.
Yes.
Baba Sahib wanted to go there. Baba Sahib
Yes.
wanted to, he was in Bonn for some time. Because
Yes.
he was born for Bonn. So you are born for Bonn, and then have a bond with your parents, with your kith and kin, your Buddhist boys here who are very poor, to whom I'm attached and I'm attached to you. Do that. Have your own schools, fund them, have nice people, and then your children, when you marry, get your children, ask them to study there, make them high, brainy, send them there then here sometimes. Ask them to stay in India for 1 month or 2. Ask them to teach in different colleges of Buddhist people or in our areas. That is what Baba Sahib Ambedkar wanted you to do, and you would do, I'm sure. Are you okay? Am I
Yes,
okay?
yes. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Thank you so much, Banteji. Vandami.
Okay, thank you. Do your PhD, and for postdoc, get some problems from me. I'll give you plant consciousness and how they can work on human brains.
Yeah.
And
Thank
how
you so much.
how the plants talk to you then, and how you are
Yeah.
happy, and then you are not distressed. I did my, my research paper, metta meditation means loving kind meditation on the plants and how they change the chemicals with electrons and protons. And I have done on spectrophotometer all these calculations, practical, and presented before Royal Society of Chemistry. I'm a royal man. I mean, royal man means from their point of view, not this kind of. You can be a royal member of Royal Society of Chemistry, Royal Society of Plant Biology, Royal Society of whatever you can be, and then help your people. So be there, be there, come back, go there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And what if I want to come back to country and then get a job over there and then do like really connected kind of work, because somewhere I'll be there in
Fantastic. That's what Baba Sahib wanted you to do. But don't come without PhD.
Yeah, no. Obviously, I'll come with PhD because this is what Baba Sahib
you are
wanted us
welcome.
to educate. Yeah.
And if you don't get a job, and if I'm alive, I'll be alive only for 5 years. If I don't die, first condition is, if I don't die, I'm there for 5 years. Because I'm 75 now. 75, can you imagine that? I can die while speaking also now. But if I don't die, then I can help you come back to India, get you a job in university, or see the sources, how you can be adjusted.
Thank you so much,
please.
Banteji. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Jai Bhim. Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim. Jai Bhim.
Okay.
No, I think you were asking something. Go ahead.
If you are not hungry, be there.
Yeah.
What time is there now? What time is there now in America?
Bhanteji is 11:53 a.m. So we have little time. We'll take a couple more questions. And Asmita, please invite Aruna ji. She's in the line, and
yes,
then we'll take the iPhone call.
Yeah, Aruna ji, you are going. You can ask the question. Aruna ji. Yes, you can.
Don't be afraid of me.
Oh, I didn't raise any raise hand. I was just.
I love that picture of Baba Sahib. Yes, but what are you doing? I want to ask you. Which degree are you doing?
Bante, are you asking about me?
I'm asking you which degree you are doing, science or arts?
Yeah, I'm doing a master's in education.
Oh, education, very good. No problem.
Yes.
Go ahead. Then
Yeah.
then do PhD on Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's education here and abroad. That would
Yes, sir.
enlighten people. Yeah. Okay then.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Bhante. Yeah.
Next. Who?
Yeah, you can ask a question. iPhone.
Oh, Jagesh Kumar
Yeah.
also joined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Jagesh Kumar sir joined?
Yes, Bhante ji,
Hare
Vandami.
Bhagwan.
I'm
I
very
am
well there
grateful to
since
you.
beginning.
My God, because of
We
not
both
God, I'm
are
sorry, my dog. Hello.
we both are listening
My
to you, and since
so nice.
since
Because
beginning,
of you, I am here on the screen and with all our people there. I'm so
it's
grateful to you.
I'm too Bhante ji because your knowledge and your expertise should go to each and everyone followers of Baba Sahib. So that was my really privilege, and to invite here through Vivek
Show me
ji
your
and
face.
Mahesh
I'm
bhai.
not able to. Hello, I'm not able to see you. Show
Okay,
me.
okay, just hold on. Please go ahead. Question answer, please.
Okay, but I want to see you. Grateful to you because of you. I was. I mean, he could know me, Mr. Vivek Chavan. Yes, please.
Yes, shall I ask question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Most
Go ahead.
welcome.
Yeah.
Your name first.
Vandami Bhante.
Jai
Myself
Bhim Sahib, Jai
since
Bhim. I'm
Jai
a Jai
Bhim,
Bhim monk and
Jai
a
Bhim,
Suki Ontu also.
Jai Bhim, sir. Sir,
I'm
me,
okay.
I am at the moment. I'm at Saudi Arabia. Okay, so
Wonderful.
Saudi Arabia, we have a Ambedkarite group called Savika, Samajik Vichar Manch Evam Karya. So
Very good.
we every week we meet at my place here itself, and we read out the Buddha and his Dhamma.
Very good.
So yeah, so this is our process. Not only here in Jubel, also they have started from last week. We have started last 6 months. The question is that how this Buddhism spread within the OBC people basically, because here we have many OBC people. We told them many things, you know, but how basically Buddhism to spread in the OBC people? That is the question.
Huh. My answer to that is first ask them to read Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay.
First ask them to read Shivaji Maharaj. Otherwise, if you ask them directly to read Ambedkar, they would not listen to you because they are still there is still caste in mind. You know, we are casteless, but we are
Correct.
they have not forgotten their caste. So ask them to read Shivaji Maharaj first, then ask them to read, you know,
Dr.
research.
Dabolkar.
No, not Dr. Dabolkar. No, not him. I know all of them because I worked with them. No, Sant Tukaram. Ask them to read Sant Tukaram.
Santa Tukaram.
Because
Okay.
Sant Tukaram has picked up all the gathas of the Buddha, but he put in his language, right?
Okay, correct.
Then Kabira,
Sant
Baba Sahib's
Kabira.
teacher, Sant
Yes, sir.
Kabir. Then Phule, ask them to read all this. And then Punjab Rao Deshmukh, who worked with Baba Sahib Ambedkar.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the Marathas who really have left the caste, and then they understand Baba Sahib. Ask them to read Baba Sahib, but go this way, you know, indirect way to direct way.
Yeah, okay.
And make friendship with them. On Sunday, you go to them or you invite them, give them food also. Otherwise, they won't come to you. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
This was just for fun.
We have a library here, and we always spreading such kind of books to them, sharing with the books to them. For that they can read it, but I don't think they are reading those books. But I am
That is what
usually
I'm telling you.
uh,
That is what I'm telling you. You know, there is one man here in Aurangabad who is 91 years old, who was a registrar of the university, and he has written many books on Baba Sahib and Gandhi. But he's more Gandhian than Dr. Ambedkar. When I say Jai Bhim to him, he doesn't say Jai Bhim. He says Jai Buddha. I said, Kaka, why don't you say Jai Bhim? Because you're getting scared of your people. If you say Jai Bhim, people would say, oh, you have become Buddhist with that monk. And then you are a Mahar also, people would detect like that to unknown people. That is why you don't say Jai Bhim. But you don't mind saying Jai Buddha because people would not recognize. who the one
Okay.
is. So try to no, ask them to read and speak. Ask them to speak. Like the lesson was given. I mean, some homework was given to the boy, Anway, and he presented his work. But ask them to present their work after reading. All
Okay.
right,
Yeah. Okay.
please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Are you okay? I mean, was my answer okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
If
Understand.
not, then cancel me.
No, you rightly said. Actually, it's I mean difficult, but slow. It's a slow process. We are working on it.
Yeah.
Actually, generally, I always give the some speeches also during their any kind of party. They ask me. They give me 10 minutes. I always tell them what is morality, what is fraternity, what is compassion. Basically, those three
Wonderful.
things I always explain them. Let them search it where it is comes from.
No, then second point you should do. Now
Yeah.
you should ask them, I gave you a lecture, now you give me a lecture on the same points. Then they would study it.
Yeah. Actually, here everywhere, just 1 minute. I will take just 1 minute. Everywhere, not only here in Saudi Arabia, but all over the Gulf countries or abroad, everywhere, Maharashtra Mandal is there. Under Maharashtra
Mhm.
Mandal, Brahmanical systems are working actually everywhere.
You
So
are
what we
right.
did
You
to
are right.
counter them, no, to counter them, we started here Savika. That is Samajik Vichar
Very
Manch
good.
Evam Karya, and we really
Very
working
good.
very well over here. We
Very
have not only we have Ambedkarite people, but apart from Ambedkarite, OBC members are also joined with our group, and they
Very
knows
good.
very well. They know the thoughts of our Mahapurush Mahanaika. So we are trying our level best over here. But maximum people are at that Maharashtra Mandal. We are trying to get back them to our mainstream. We are trying
Please
ourselves.
give them, please give
Yes, sir.
them 2 books on their birthday. One, Baba Sahib Ambedkar Charitra, written by Dhananjay Keer.
Dhananjay Khir.
Because
Okay.
because that was, Dhananjay Keer wrote and then took it to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. And he said, Baba Sahib, I wrote this. Should I publish this? Baba Sahib said, okay, after reading.
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening? You only here I can see, but your face is that side.
No, I am just checking whether those books are with me or not. I have a lot of
No, don't worry.
library.
No, first see one book,
Yeah.
Baba Sahib Charitra in English, written by
Okay.
Dhananjay Keer. Also now
Okay.
in Marathi translated Dhananjay Keer. These Marathi and English version of first book,
Okay.
because they would know Baba Sahib's life and what Baba Sahib has done from them for them. Huh? Second book, Buddha and his Dhamma. Tell them you were all Buddhists in the time of Buddha, and if you say you are Kshatriyas, who was the Buddha? He was Kshatriya. You are not following the Buddha. We are following the Buddha. We were Kshatriya. We are Kshatriya. They made us Shuddhas and all, and that is why you know the rest of the story. Okay, so take them like that. Give them this book, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Namo Buddhaya. Jai Bhim.
Namo Buddha. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, Bante. Bante, as you said me to do PhD in the abroad, I just want to this is not a particular question, but the ways you can guide me for that. As I completed my masters already, this is my second master in education. My first master in political science. So after my master, I went to my hometown, and I saw the condition.
Which is your
I'm
hometown?
belonging.
Which is your hometown?
Yeah, Bid district, very
Bid
marginalized
over here
district.
near
This is
Aurangabad.
Bid. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Bid,
know.
Marathwada. Yeah.
Marathwada, I
So
know.
I saw when I went there after my post graduation, I saw the condition. It was really worse. People are the small kids they're embedded in smoking, drinking, and they are not aware about the education. So after that, I decided myself what I am doing. S- during my post graduation, I read the books of Ambedkar. I did my diploma in digital media. I was passionate about the writing. So I read the books and all, and then I decided what I am doing. I ask myself the question is it the way you are taking your education? You are post graduation student, Ambedkar, right? What is a way doing? I asked the question, and then I decided to do my the education in a right place. So I came here, Here I got fully funded scholarship, like for food, for
Wonderful.
living. This is a very prestigious university.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Proud
this
of
is
you.
a.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Bante. So this is Ajim Premji University, Bangalore, and I got 100% scholarship here. So this is
So
my very
which
big
university?
achievement, like I
Hello,
can
I'm
see.
sorry.
And
Which university are you now in?
Ajim Premji University,
No,
Ajim
no,
Premji
in
University,
US.
Bangalore.
You are in Bangalore, not in USA.
No, sir, in Bangalore, Bangalore. No, 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 no.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Then,
So
okay,
like I'm doing my second master in India only. Yeah.
okay.
So now I just want to ask, like, how can I do the things that they can aware about the education system, or they can develop themselves,
Can
or
you come to
like I'm a
Aurangabad to
student
me?
now, but I don't know the
I'm
ways.
sorry. Can you come to Aurangabad for 1 or 2 days
Yes, sir.
so that I can sit with you and some intellectuals of Aurangabad, of Menin College, that they sit with you and then we decide how to go about. Would that be all right? Since you're in India.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Someday, okay, just see. But for 3 months, I'm not here in India. I would be, from June 26th to September 26th, I'm abroad. I'm in Washington, D.C. So come only after, you can come in October, if at all. I'll get you to good grand people where you can sit with them and
Yes, sir. Sure.
try to solve your problem. I understand your point of view. That's what is happening, it's horrible in India. Bead is worse now,
Yes, sir.
because I see on the screen, bead is the most worst. Bead is very bad. Bead is bad.
Yeah.
Hello. So you take the tea,
And
you
like
take that
when I discuss with my friends, no, yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Asmita and Banteji, what
Thank
we
you
can
so
do?
much, ma'am.
Yeah, we can take the questions, the members who have raised their hands, and the other question, something that needs more attention. We can discuss that later on. Okay, so let's see the questions right now. Any logistic questions where the discussions would require a little bit lengthy time, we can discuss that offline, and we can have a private session on that. Okay, so Asmita, please invite those two members who have raised their hand, and so don't make the discussion, allow the
Yeah,
Banteji to answer the questions. Yeah, please.
yeah. Next one, Jakesh, you raise your hand. You can ask. Jakesh Somkumar.
Okay.
I want to see him.
Okay, okay.
Very much.
Banteji, can you see me now?
I can see a smart
I
boy
just
sitting
followed
before you
your
with a
order.
book.
Yeah.
No, you are
Can you
so
see me now?
smart with mustaches and all. Okay.
Thank you. But anyway, my
All right.
question is, how can you speak great things, very big things, very serious things in a very lighter way, in a very humorous way?
That is because of my
इसका
mother.
रहस्य
My mother.
इसका रहस्य क्या है? Yeah, please tell
इसका
us.
रहस्य मेरी माँ. Hello, sir.
Because
इसका रहस्य.
Bhanteji, just let me just finish. Because most of the monks we have seen in India, in abroad also, they are very serious kind of people. I mean, they talk less, and very few words they utter, and only to the point kind of things. But you speak very good thing in the science, the cosmic, and then quantum physics and quantum chemistry and space and this and that consciousness. But you speak it in a very very lighter way. So how this can be happen actually? This is my question.
My answer is, my mind is very light. My mind is light because there is no ego. If a monk has ego, then he would sit like this, he would act like this, he would think that he's a Brahmin, he would think that he's the superior man, and because of these things, the monk has become monkey. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not talking about, take it as general sense. I'm not criticizing the monk. I'm criticizing myself. If I become like that, then I'm a monkey. I'm not a monk. So Baba Sahib Buddha wanted monks to be not as monks, but as not as monkeys, but as monks, that he should be wise. And that is why in Buddha's Dhamma Baba Sahib writes, definition of monk. A monk should be friend, philosopher, guide, and the servant of the society. And any monk who is wise, he should understand he can be a friend, not guide and not philosopher, but a servant of the society. So a monk should be a friend and the servant of the society. Then he can become like me. He can become like you. Did you get the answer?
So nice of you, Bante ji. I got my answer. Yeah, very
Give my Jainim to
yeah.
my sister
Perfect,
also.
perfect. He
Give my
should be a
Jainim to my
friend, like
sister.
a friend. Yeah, this is very important. Thank you so much,
Friend
Bante
and
ji.
servant of the society. Bhagwan.
Yes,
Very
yes,
important
Baba Sahib
servant
said.
of the
Yeah,
society. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
that
I
is
am, a
true.
servant, your servant. That is why
Yeah,
Charita Bhikkave Charikam
Bhojanita,
Bhojanitaya Bhojanita. Charita Bhikkave Charata nahi, huh? Sarat nahi. Sarata Bhikkave. Not Sarata Bhikkave. It is Charata Bhikkave.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Vandami
thank
Bante ji. Thank you very much.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bante. We are out of the time, so we'll take the last question.
Yeah, please, Anil.
Yeah, Bhala Chakra. You
Yeah.
can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Vandami Bante ji, Jai Bhim now there.
Jai Bhim साहेब, Jai Bhim. Jai Bhim.
Yeah.
कितने तुम्ही गाव कोणतं गाव?
Yeah, I
गाव
have.
कोणतं? Where are you
I am
from?
from Amravati basically, and presently.
I am also. Basically, I was from Amravati. I was this. Now I am not because I am a monk. But I was basically from Amravati. You know me.
Yeah, I know. I am connected with our seminary, Bante Gunasiri, Vimal Kitti Gunasiri,
Then
and
you know me.
Jagesh Tower sir. And this.
Then you know me, yes.
Yeah. I have a questions. In the we know the sequence of the Baba Sahib. Baba Sahib told us Pradnya, Shil, Karuna. This sequence.
Yes.
And in Buddha era, Buddha sequence was Shil, Samadhi, Pradnya.
Right.
Shil, Samadhi, Pradnya. I know the Brahma Vihar Bhavna, and you are also in the Brahma Vihar, so that's why you are looking young and always kind. So also you
don't kill me. Don't kill me soon.
also you completed your PhD. Also the compassion, importance of compassion on the plants. वृक्षावर तुमची PhD त्याच्यातच आहे ना, तर वृक्षावर पण कॉम्पॅशनेट भावनेचा काय परिणाम होतो, तर या अनुषंगाने आणि बाबासाहेबांची जी शील समाधी म्हणजे आजच्या इरामध्ये प्रज्ञाशील करुणा, कारण की आजचं प्रज्ञाचंच युग आहे, इन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्स अँड ऑल द थिंग्स. सो प्लीज इलॅबोरेट मोर connected with your PhD thesis and in terms of the value of compassionate, like we see in please Bante. Thank you.
Why did Baba Sahib said Pradnya first? Because if you don't have Pradnya, you cannot follow Shila also. And that is why
it's a people talwar, like
try to understand me. If you don't have Pradnya, Buddhist नसेल तर शील पाळणार नाही माणूस. म्हणून बाबासाहेबांनी एज्युकेट पहिले म्हटलेलं आहे. बुद्धी प्रज्ञा त्या दृष्टीने आली शब्द. त्यांनी थोडस काय केलं, रिऑर्गनाइज केलं. पण ही गोष्ट खरी आहे, ज्यांना बुद्धी नाही ते कसेही वागतात, चोऱ्या करतात, कोणालाही मारतात, पितात खूप, मरतात, काय काय करतात, आणि बुद्धीच नसते. पण ज्यांना बुद्धी आहे त्यांना शील समजते, ते शील पाळतातही. म्हणून बाबासाहेबांनी असं त्यांना माहित होतं की आमचे लोक कसे आहेत. आमचे लोक म्हणजे त्यांना अज्ञानात ठेवलं. म्हणून त्यांनी म्हटलं की तुम्ही अज्ञानात राहू नका. फर्स्ट बिकम बुद्धिमान, देन यू गेट मान. पीपल विल सॅल्यूट यू. इफ यू आर नॉट बुद्धिमान, नो मान, युअर मान विल बी गॉन. So that is why Baba Sahib did you all that. Yes, now to come on plant consciousness and my work on Is that okay? The first question was answered.
Yes.
नाही
Yes,
पहिल्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर मिळालं काय भगवान?
नाही तो सिक्वेन्स म्हणत होतो, कारण की प्रज्ञा पण एवढी प्रज्ञा विजडम इज ऑल्सो डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टँड. इट इज द फिफ्थ थिंग ना. जर श्रद्धाच नसेल आणि वीर्य नसेल, परत त्याच्यामध्ये समाधी नसेल, तेव्हा प्रज्ञा उत्पन्न होते. आजकाल म्हणजे देर इज डिफरन्स बिटवीन इंटेलिजन्स अँड विजडम. व्हाय
अगदी
बाबासाहेब
बरोबर आहे.
प्रज्ञा फर्स्ट. इट इज अ फिफ्थ
नाही
थिंग.
नाही, ही गोष्ट खरी आहे. बाबासाहेबांना हे माहित होतं की ज्या माणसाला बुद्धी आहे त्यालाच बुद्ध धर्म समजतो. ज्याला बुद्धी नाही त्याला बुद्ध धर्म समजत नाही. त्याला मग देव देवता हे ते काय काय सगळं अंधश्रद्धा, गंगेत जाऊन न्हायचं, सगळे पाप तिथे नष्ट करायचे वगैरे बघ, कारण त्याला बुद्धीच नाही. तर बाबासाहेब दोन्ही अर्थाने, आणि जेव्हा बाबासाहेब धम्म शिकवतात, धम्म सद्धम्म शिकवतात, तिथे आणतात बघ की भगवान बुद्ध कसे ध्यानस्थ बसतात, कसे त्यांना हाऊ द बोधिसत्व बिकम्स द बुद्धा. तिथे मग तुम्ही जे म्हणता ना, तिथे बाबासाहेब डायरेक्टली तुमच्या सारखं बोलतात. बाबासाहेब दोन्ही सांगतात, तुमचीही सांगतात आणि ज्यांना कळत नाही त्यांच्यासाठी हेही सांगतात. ते कुठेच कॉम्प्रोमाइज नाही त्यांचं. यू कॅन गो फ्रॉम शील समाधी प्रज्ञा, राईट? ओनली थ्रू शील you can go to samadhi and then you can achieve prajna. That is enlightenment. Okay? बाबासाहेब त्याला थोडंसं रिव्हर्स आपल्यासाठी करतात, ठीक आहे? पण त्यांच्या डोक्यात दोन्ही आहे. त्यांच्या डोक्यात माणूस पहिला आहे आपला, पण त्यांना एवढं अंधारात ठेवलं. बुद्धी असताना बुद्धीचा वापरच करू दिला नाही. आता तुमचा अन्वय कसा, तो तर माझा बाप वाटला मला, माझा अन्वय तो पोरगा. अँड दॅट मॅडम आपली विवेकची, डॉक्टर विवेकच्या मिसेस किती छान पद्धतीने त्याला शिकवत होत्या.
हा नाही, याला तुम्ही आणखी इलॅबोरेट करा. कमेंट मध्ये पण मेसेज आलाय, प्रज्ञा इज रिलेटेड टू एज्युकेशन, बट एज्युकेशन इज डिफरंट काइंड ऑफ एज्युकेशन ना. तर प्रज्ञा म्हणजे करायचं झालं तर करा, टाइम असेल तर, किंवा तुमच्या थेसिस वर पण थोडासा लेट पीपल शुड अवेअर अबाउट द कॉन्शियसनेस ऑफ प्लांट अँड प्रज्ञा.
हा डॉक्टर, काय तुम्ही कशात, काय तुमची डिग्री काय, इफ यू डोंट माइंड?
नाही, इथे कमेंट मध्ये आलंय की प्रज्ञा इज रिलेटेड टू एज्युकेशन, असं कमेंट मध्ये म्हटलं.
नो, माझी कमेंट तशी नव्हती. मी जरा वेगळ्या पद्धतीने
कमेंट दुसऱ्यांनी केली आहे. दुसऱ्यांनी तिथे मेसेज टाकला आहे, ऑर्गनायझेशन कमिटी मधून झाला असेल, त्यांचं असं म्हणणं आहे.
सांगतो, फॉलो द बुद्धा इन बुद्धा आणि धम्मा. भगवान बुद्धाच्या धम्मामध्ये, बुद्ध आणि धम्मामध्ये बाबासाहेबांनी म्हटलं शील, समाधी आणि प्रज्ञा. फॉलो दिस अँड डोंट फॉलो दॅट. ओके? इफ यू फॉलो बोथ, जे तुमच्या कल्याणाचं आहे ते करा, असं बुद्ध म्हणतात.
ब्रह्मविहार पण सांगा. ब्रह्मविहार
म्हणजे नो, तुम्ही ब्रह्मविहार म्हणजे यू आर व्हेरी हॅपी, यू आर डिटॅच फ्रॉम मेनी थिंग्स अँड यू आर हॅपी. आता त्याचे 4 ब्रह्मविहार वगैरे त्याच सांगत बसलो, ते लोक मारतील मला. आमची भूक लागली म्हणते.
ठीक आहे. You can speak on your PhD thesis, Banteji.
Okay, my PhD thesis is human brain chemistry during mindfulness of meditation. Mindfulness of meditation म्हणजे आनापानसती. आनापानसती केली तर तुमच्या ब्रेन मध्ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, प्रोटॉन्स बदलत जातात, केमिकल रिएक्शन बदलत जातात, आणि यू बिकम, जसं गॅबा, जसं तुमच्या पुन्हा ते सेरोटोनिन, हे जे केमिकल्स आहेत तसे हॅपीनेस केमिकल्स निघतात, तयार होतात. किंवा टू बी शॉर्टेस्ट, a shift of electron can shift your mind, can change your mind, and that is what has been nowadays. त्याच्यावर नोबेल प्राइज मिळाला आहे. कधी? आता मागच्या 2022 प्राइज आहे, आणि आता 2024 प्राइज आहे त्याच्यावर. ओके, तर आपण हे दोन्ही संदर्भ घेतलेत. तर बुद्धा, बाबासाहेब कम्स अगेन, यू आर स्टिल पीपल ऑफ बाबासाहेब. माझं PhD थेसिस त्याच्यावर होता, आणि मग मी माझा एक रिसर्च पेपर केला होता, जो रॉयल पेपर. मी काय केलं, मेटा भावना म्हणजे आपण जर प्लांटवर देखील आपण प्रेम करू शकतो. अँड दॅट वॉज प्रूव्ड बाय जगदीश चंद्र बोस. त्याने काय हिंदू प्रेयर घेऊन त्यांच्या प्लांट समोर म्हटल्या, त्याच्यामधले मग क्लोरोफिल, फोटॉनिक ऍक्टिव्हिटी ते सगळं मेजर केलं. काही प्रोटीन्स वगैरे मेजर केलं. ओके, काही केमिकल्स मेजर. जगदीश चंद्र बोसने पण म्हटलं होतं भगवान बुद्धाने की प्लांट हॅज कॉन्शियसनेस. भिक्खूंना सांगितलं होतं तुम्ही गवतावरून देखील चालताना असं चाला की त्यांना त्रास होणार नाही. आणि म्हणून भगवान बुद्ध म्हणतात की डोंट कट. भिक्खूंना सांगतात प्लांटची फांदी तोडू नका, फुलही तोडू नका. आपण तोडतो ते म्हणजे ते वेगळं आहे, पण बुद्ध म्हणतात प्लांट हॅज कॉन्शियसनेस अँड इट हॅज बीन प्रूव्ड नाव. आणि आता तर माझ्याकडे हाऊ प्रोटॉन अँड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वर्क इन द प्लांट्स थ्रू आवर मेत्ता भावना, डिफरंट काइंड ऑफ मेडिटेशन वगैरे वगैरे. आणि मी ह्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त बोलत लोक मला मारतील.
थँक्यू भंतेजी. साधू साधू साधू.
ओके जी, थँक्यू. टेक केअर.
Thank you so much, Bhante, for this insightful talk. And thank you, everyone, for this question that you asked and the ways Bhante answered that questions. It was like so clearly and kindly. We truly appreciate your insight and guidance today. And before to conclude the session, Krantita, you would like to say something for this?
Yes, thank you, Bhante. Thank you for coming on Vihara and share.
ताई मला तुम्हाला थँक्यू म्हणायचे होते हात जोडून. तुम्ही पण दिसा मला, मी तुम्हाला पाहिलं नाही. हॅलो.
Yes, Bhante.
ताई, may I see you? May I see my sister?
Yes, Bhante. Yes, Bhante. Please allow me one
तुम्हाला
moment.
जय भीम करतो, मला हात जोडून जय भीम करतो. मला तुम्ही दिसा म्हणजे आय वुड नो.
Yes, Bhante.
जय भीम.
जय
जय भीम.
वंदमी
तुम्ही
Bhante.
खूप छान बोलता, खूप चांगलं शिकवता. तुमचे मिस्टरी चांगले आहेत. भांडणं करत नाहीत ना दोघं कधी कधी?
करतो Bhante.
व्हेरी गुड. म्हणजे तुम्ही मिस्टर
disagreement होतं Bhante.
सॉरी. जय भीम. You are so nice. Your husband is also very nice.
Thank
I mean, he's very, very nice. You are very, very nice. Jai Bhim.
Thank you Bhante. Vandami Bhante.
Okay, Jai Bhim. Yeah.
With that, we come to the end of today's session. On behalf of Anna's Vihara and everyone present here, I would like to sincerely thank you, our guest speaker, when Bhikkhu Ananda, sharing such a deep insights on the relevance of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar in today's world. Your words have truly inspired me, us, and it has reminded us to our responsibility towards building a just and compassionate society. I would also like to thank you, Bhante Sri Sivali, for today's Dhamma discourse, and Anvay for your such a nice motivational kid story. I also thank you for Kranti Tai for the support, for Vivek sir for guidance throughout the session, and all the who joined us today for your presence and participation.